Alright, good morning everyone. Let me fix that one up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. We're going to change screens in a second, so it really won't matter. But we're here with break 170, our third 22 NRL Elite break for the release. It's been pretty exciting. Had some nice cards. We have our priority box for this morning. We'll push that over there till last as usual. We have our case. We'll change screens and go through the team list, and then we'll find out the lucky case card for today. So we have Broncos, Jeff Warne, Raiders, Ray Steptoe, Bulldogs, Ray Steptoe, Sharks, DK, Titans, Jeff Warnes, Manly, Lee Roberts, Storm, DK, Knights, Lee Roberts, Cowboys, Daniel Jones, Eels, Daniel Jones, Panthers, James Knowles, Rabbitohs, David Morton, Dragons, Warren Stoddart, Roosters, Warren Stoddart, Warriors, David Morton, and Tigers, James Knowles. Got through that one pretty good. Almost felt like we're at the races. Morning, DK. It's just always stuck, mate. Oh, what do we got? Number 29 out of 42. Our lucky winner, Mr. David Morton. Congratulations. Alright, so with the Rabbitohs, Alex Johnston. He'll be a happy man. That is his team. Stick that up there. As usual, we'll get these out. And normally by the time we get these out, we've got a few more people in the group, in the chat. It is a Saturday morning. Still plenty of sport going on at the moment. My girls have finished their sport for the season. So we're now available again Saturday mornings. Unfortunately, with the partner working in hospitality, she is busy Friday and Saturday nights, which means I'm not available. So we do these in the morning, we get them done when we can. Let's go. Good luck everyone. First box. Break 174 has Titans left. 173 is sold out. We have listed 2 more pick your team breaks on the website, so 175 and 176. They have been listed this morning. William Kennedy, parallel for the Sharks. Morning, Jeff. With the new breaks, we have added a $50 gift card for any team that does not have a numbered hit. Ruben Cotter, Indigenous All-Stars. Tamika Upton, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. Indigenous All-Stars, Jamie Chapman. I don't know what happened with the photos yesterday, guys. I swear I took them all. I was lucky enough that I had all the numbers in the photos, I think. Tony Staggs, Speed Series for the Broncos. Latrell Mitchell, parallel for the Rabbits. Yeah, no, it's all good. Chanel Harris Tavita, parallel for the Warriors. Hey, first box, BD. Number 3. I've lost my team list again. Lee Roberts. Congratulations. Manly Checklist, number 3. Lee Roberts. I haven't seen her this morning. Oh, there you go. If you're watching, Lee, we have a collector that collects number 3 Manly. I can't remember what she collects. Yeah, I have a feeling it's Manly. Well, hang on, what do we got? Lee's got Manly and Knights. Women's NRL, Caitlin Vaha-Okolo for the Knights. AJ Brimson, parallel for the Titans. Nathan Cleary, Dally M for Panthers. Young Guns, Chris Patolo for the Bulldogs. Yasmin Meeks, Speed Series for the Roosters. Cody Ramsey, parallel for the Dragons. Jazz Tavega, Maori All-Stars. Manly parallel checklist. Tyrell Sloan, Speed Series for the Dragons. Grace Griffin, Women's NRL for the Titans. Parramatta Eels, checklist, parallel. No. In the post. Yeah, right. She's Jade. I can't see what she's done, but Dad's just told me, so I appreciate it. Yeah, when I tag the team list, Facebook is flagging me and for spam comments, so I'm not sure how to get around that. Kevin Proctor, Maori All-Stars. Romy Teetsel, Speed Series for the Knights. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Yeah, I got flagged for the comment yesterday, and then it wouldn't let me post anything or edit any of our posts yesterday afternoon. So I need to be careful. Yeah. First Master Series for the Roosters. Obviously, we randomised all them at the end for one lucky winner. Sam Walker and Daliam for the Roosters. Taya Fafua, Speed Series for the Titans. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for the Storm. Elsie Albert, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Luke Brooks, parallel for the Tigers. Number 39 for Manly, Lee Roberts. Jake Trbojevic, Ruby Mojo. Manly off to a good start. Taking both the Mojos for the box. Bailey Simonson, Speed Series for the Eels. Addo Carr, parallel for the Bulldogs. Team League Sensations, number 28. Why does that keep disappearing on me now? Anyway, Warren Stoddart with the Roosters. Congratulations. I'm not sure if you'll keep that or try and trade it for Dragons. Millie Boyle, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Yasmin E. Meeks, Speed Series for the Roosters. Joseph Peen, parallel for the Raiders. Yeah, we're going to lose the team list again. Good Morgan to Mr. Scott Crimo. The comments on Facebook don't seem to like to roll. Hammerfitto, Speed Series for Cowboys. I'm starting to realise Facebook is just sucks. Stefano Ukamanu, parallel for the Tigers. Automations, there's not enough personal interaction on their end. They try and automate everything to do their work and it's not working. Corbin Baxter, Maori All-Stars. Matt Burton, parallel for the Bulldogs. I may even just try and run a few videos just on YouTube. It may even help improve the quality, because I noticed some of them lag a little bit, and I'm assuming that's probably because we're doing both at the same time. Junior Paulo, Ruby Mojo for the Eels. Mr. Daniel Jones, number 44. Women's NRL Parramatta Eels Checklist. Dally M, Brian To'o for the Panthers. Eels, Sharks Parallel Checklist. Eels. It's not even close. Shaylee Bent, Speed Series for the Dragons. Well, I can say I definitely underestimated Storm last night. Yeah, well, I thought Broncos at home with Storm being a little bit hurt might have got them over the line, but no good. Indigenous All-Star patch for Ryan James, number 81. We've got the Broncos. Mr. Jeff Warnes. That's number 81. Master Series for the Roosters. We haven't had a Masters signature come out yet on the break. Thomas Burgess, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Brent Naden, Indigenous All-Stars. David Fafita, parallel for Titans. Nico Hines, Indigenous All-Stars. Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. Tallulah Tile, Women's NRL for the Knights. Dane Gagai, parallel for the Knights. I went to put him in the Rabbits then. I said Knights, we still went to put him in the Rabbits. Morgan Harper, Maori All-Stars. Tony Staggs, Speed Series for Broncos. Kurt Cagewell, parallel for Broncos. I didn't know that until the game, or until I seen the beginning of the game last night. That almost made me change. Chataya Fukua, Speed Series for Titans. Sapphire Mojo, number 22 out of 23 for the Eels, Mr. Daniel Jones. I think that they are. The Eels have got both mojos in this box too. That you stole. Thank you. I was okay with it. Hannah Southwell, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Stephen Crichton, parallel for Panthers. Young Guns, Selwyn Cobbo for the Broncos. Dally M, Cody Walker for the Rabbitohs. Cohen Hess, parallel for the Cowboys. Whoop. Bailey Simpson, Speed Series for the Eels. Ben Hunt, parallel for the Dragons. Last packet for box number 2. Yellow Mojo, number 47, Bridie Parker for the Roosters. There we go. Push it right there. Box number 3, guys. Brent Naden, parallel for the Bulldogs. Selwyn Cobbo, Indigenous All-Stars. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. Adakar, Speed Series for the Bulldogs. Women's NRL for the Titans. Checklist, Herbie Farmworth, parallel for the Broncos. Young Guns, Jake Simpkin for the Tigers. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. David Nofaluma, parallel for the Tigers. Big Hammer Fido for the Cowboys, parallel. Speed Series, Karina Brown for the Titans. Maori All-Stars, Cody Nikorima. Raiders parallel checklist. Well, there you go. patch and booklet for the Broncos, Ryan James. Number 12 out of 42. Not bad, Mr. Jeff. Not bad at all. Keely Davis, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Reid Marnie, parallel for the Eels. Brendan Smith, Dally M for the Storm. Jocelyn Keller, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Amali Olakau'atu, parallel for Manly. Jordan Rapiner, Mary All-Stars. Selwyn Cobbo, Speed Series for the Broncos. Sam Walker, parallel for the Roosters. You're welcome, mate. I'm glad I could pull them for you. That's just the luck of the case. Matt Burton, Dally M for Panthers. Harry Grant, parallel for Storm. Emerald Mojo, number 7. For the Knights, Mr. Jacob Saifiti. Tiana Penatani, Women's NRL for the Eels. Master Series for the Kangaroos. Brian To'o, Speed Series for Panthers. Cody Nikarima, parallel for Warriors. Black League Sensations, number 51. Mr. Jeff Walls. Ruby Mojo for Mr. Ray Stefto, number 8. The Raiders, and Joseph Tapine. Rocco Berry, Speed Series for the Warriors. That's why I don't mind the 8-spot breaks, because you got double the chance of doing decent. You're doing both. You're doing well with both teams, same as Lee Roberts. She's doing alright with the Knights and Manly. Oh, I really hate Facebook, guys. Yeah, Jeff is doing well with his Broncos and Titans. Blake Taff, speed series for the Rabbits. Liam Martin, parallel for Panthers. And that's another box down. We'll keep going from this pile. Got Peter BD, a league team sensation, a booklet and a patch. Has anyone seen a ball patch yet? That's something that we haven't seen yet. Surprised at the amount of golden tickets that we've either pulled ourselves or been able to supply other people with their own stock to bust and they've pulled one. Heard the was it the feeder? No, Aaron Clark. That's right, Aaron Clark, Futura 101 come out. That was a nice hit. Justin Olam, Dally M for the Storm. Shanae Sia Sulka, speed series for Broncos. There we go. The Golden Coast card, you reckon? Well, we didn't, as far as we know, we have nothing to do with the Futura. The Eels Golden ticket has come out as well, and I don't think we had anything to do with that one. Corbin Baxter, Maori All-Stars. But I do like it, it sounds good. I'll take it. Bradman Pest, parallel for Knights. What was that, Jeff? Golden ticket or a Futura? Oh, ball patch. I'm assuming that's probably what you're talking about, the ball patch. Yeah, right, okay, cool. The Briginshaw, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Aaron Clark, parallel for Titans. Number 11 out of 62, the Women's Yellow Mojo. Knights Checklist. Yeah. Kennedy Cherrington, Women's NRL for the Eels. Is that the only one you know of so far, Jeff? Katoni Staggs, parallel for Broncos. Malami Kickout, and Dally M for Panthers. Ruby Mojo, and Daniel Tupou for the Roosters. Number 43. Sorry, I'm looking around to see if anyone else is around, so I can get their attention. Greg Marshall, Speed Series for the Titans. Tommy Dearden, Parallel for the Cowboys. Tiana Penatani, Speed Series for the Eels. Better over here. I was just saying, I think I'm going to get rid of Facebook for the streaming. Dragons Parallel Checklist. I think that will help with the video quality overall. Brad Fittler Master Series in the Blues. After yesterday, I'm a bit fed up with Facebook, but we'll see what happens. Brent Naden, Indigenous All-Stars. Here we have a captains. Managed to pull the #1 Ponga captains last night. Number 39 for the Tigers, Luke Brooks and James Tamo. Mr. James Knowles. A reminder, guys, for anyone that didn't catch the beginning of the break, we do have break 175 and 76 now listed on the website. They are both 16 spot, pick your team, pace and priority. Sapphire Mojo, number 17 for the Broncos, Payne Huss. The only reason I really wanted to do Facebook and YouTube, I find personally on the phone it's a lot easier to chat in the Facebook videos. Daly Cherry Evans, Parallel for Manly. But it is easy enough to do in YouTube if you want to. So, Nico Hines, Indigenous All-Stars. I think for quality of the video, I think that's what we're going to look at doing. At least try it anyway. If it doesn't actually help it, well, you might as well do both. Crystal Rotor, Women's NRL for the Knights. Nico Hines, Parallel for the Sharks. It is easier. They feel different. Quality is great. Looking forward. Yeah. Overall, I think they're a nice quality cardboard that they've used. James Tedesco, Speed Series for the Roosters. And I haven't really noticed any difference between the base and the parallels or inserts. They all seem to be the same. Victor Radley, Parallel for the Roosters. Same quality cardboard. So they are improving in a lot of ways. But then you go and look at things like the base card, number 50, and the little mistakes like that they make constantly. Jessica Surges, Women's NRL for the Roosters, and then say how many layers of quality control they have. Well, I don't know. If they do have that many layers, they need to look at who's doing it. If they don't have that many layers, well, they need to start implementing it and make sure it's done properly. Morgan Harper, Maori All-Stars. Young Guns, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm. Adam Fanua-Blake, parallel for the Warriors. Yeah. Speed Series, Anari Tuala for the Knights. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbits. Elliot Whitehead, parallel for the Raiders. Jamie Chapman, Speed Series for the Dragons. Alright. Another box done and dusted. Paul Vaughan, parallel for the Bulldogs. Everyone that's commented, I know you guys are in the Collectors Club, but make sure you've got your code ready to go. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. If you're not in the Collectors Club and you're watching, guys, Jason Saab, Speed Series for Manly. Payne Huss, parallel for Broncos. What was wrong with that comment, Scott? I think everyone had a laugh when they read that. I'm not sure, Dad. I don't know if he's found out, but he was going to find out so we know what we can send in as well. So I will ask him, and I will put a post up from our end once we know something. Jesse Ramian, Speed Series for the Sharks. Oh, here we go, Redemptions. Have you asked the question what's ready as yet? No, there you go. He hasn't asked yet, so as soon as he knows, I'll keep hassling him and I'll put a post up and let everyone know. Yeah. Autumn Reed, Women's NRL for the Knights. Black League Sensations for Mr. David Morton. Number 23 of Josh Curran with the Warriors. Can I get another bag for sleeves, please? White Young Guns, a Jackson Paulo for the Rabbits. Poor kid. Copping death threats from fans for a bad game. That is just disgraceful. Jason Taumalolo, parallel for the Cowboys. Same as young Jake Arthur from the Eels. I hope the NRL and the police catch whoever's doing it, because that's just wrong. Yeah. Patil Vet Welsh. Speed series for the Eels. Jazz Tobago. Mary All-Stars. Chance Nico Klokstad, parallel for the Raiders. Sean Lane, parallel for the Eels. Scott Crimo is calling us the Golden Coast card. Oh, I was thinking that when he said it. Taryn Aiken, Women's NRL for the Broncos.
Well, that's nearly a quarter on the round already.
Yeah. The only other one that I know of is the Eels, other than the ones we've. Knights parallel checklist. Yeah, I don't know where that one come from. Women's NRL, Destiny Brill for the Titans. Kieran Foran, parallel for Manly. Kevin Proctor, Mary All-Stars for Titans. Xavier Savage, Speed Series for the Raiders. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. James Knowles, Emerald Mojo, and number 2, Stefano Utkamanu for the Tigers. Tommy Turbo, Dally M for Manly. Elise Kafusi, parallel for Storm. Pump didn't recognise he was a bald head. Ruben Cotter, Indigenous All-Stars. Emma Tony Gatto for the Dragons. Bradman Best, Speed Series for the Knights. Sean Johnson, parallel for the Warriors. Panthers Master Series. Jackson Hastings, parallel for the Tigers. I didn't mind him when I first seen him. They copped a bit of hate from a few people, and I didn't understand it. Like, if you're comparing them to last year's, I prefer last year's, but I don't see the issue with this year's Mojos.
I don't like them more
Yeah, that's what Scott Cremo's saying, but I just didn't understand the issue that I thought they were an alright, nice looking card to start off with. Ryan Kelly, Titans Ruby Mojo, number 7. But as I said, like if you're comparing them, I prefer last year's. But there's nothing wrong with these. I like them. Yeah. In saying that, everyone's entitled to their opinion. You don't have to like something because everyone else does. Reading the Smith Speed Series for the Storm. James Tedesco and Dally M for the Roosters. And as I go, parallel for the Panthers to finish us off. Alright, here we go. Won't be fun if that didn't happen. Dylan Walker, Maori All-Stars. Elijah Katoa, parallel for the Warriors. Sam Walker, Dally M for the Roosters. Jack Clifford, parallel for the Knights. Women's NRL for the Broncos, checklist. Tigers, Ruby Mojo, Stefano Utikamanu. Number 45. We haven't already had that exact. No, an emerald. Okay. Keezy Apps, women's NRL for the Dragons. Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. I knew it was Stefano Mojo, I just wasn't sure if it was a Ruby, the first one we got. Dally M, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for the Broncos. Anari Tuala, Speed Series for the Knights. Arena Brown, Speed Series for the Titans. Jack Bird, parallel for the Dragons. Kangaroos, Master Series. Kyle Felt, parallel for the Cowboys. Josh Curran, Indigenous All-Stars. White League sensations, Stephanie Hancock for the Titans. Number 7. Sapphire Mojo. Number 20. For the Knights, Kalen Ponga. Lee Roberts. Albert Kelly, Indigenous All-Stars. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. You know what the funny thing is, Scott? I was just thinking about that in my head. Brian Speed Series for Panthers. But I was thinking about the Master Series. 10. Why do 10? I could understand if they did 15 of these and then had the 3 signatures to do the 2 pages or something like that. But 10 does not work. Because yes, I love the 9 cards per team. I think that looks good in a folder. Georgia Hale, Women's NRL for Titans. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. Speed Series, Blake Taft for the Rabbitohs. Shante Poco, Women's NRL for the Knights. Daniel Tupou, parallel for the Roosters. One of the best ways I've heard, or the way I've heard about setting up the traders folders, is you put the first 8 teams' logos in a circle on the first page, and then you put those 8 teams' players in the next slot of pages, then halfway through you put the next 8 logos. Autumn Rain, Maori All-Stars. I thought that looked pretty cool when I seen it. Young Guns, Tyron Wishart for the Storm. Storm Checklist parallel. Haddo Speed Series for the Bulldogs. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. Josh Papali, parallel for the Raiders. Speed Series, Jamie Chapman for the Dragons. Alright. Yeah. Oliver Gilder, Speed Series for the Tigers. Sapphire Mojo for the Dragons, Josh Kerr. That's number 21. Dylan Walker, Mary All-Stars, Tavita Pengo Jr., parallel for the Bulldogs. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. LEM, Renato Mortalo for the Sharks. Cowboys parallel checklist. Emily Bass, Women's NRL for the Broncos. LEM, Alex Johnston for the Rabbits. Alex Johnston parallel for the Rabbits. Rachel Johnson for the Dragons. Women's NRL, Speed Series, Jess Surgis for the Roosters. Roosters Master Series, Titans parallel checklist. Speed Series, Waka Blake for the Eels, Jordan Rapana, parallel for the Raiders. Josh Curran, Indigenous All-Stars. Black Young Guns, number 90. Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Bobby Law, Speed Series for the Knights. Number 38, Panthers Ruby Mojo checklist. Women's NRL, Karina Brown for the Titans. Tyson Frizzell parallel for the Knights. Albert Kelly, Indigenous All-Stars. Mitchell Moses, parallel for the Eels. Maori All-Stars, Autumn Rain. Will Kennedy, Speed Series for the Sharks. Aneta Nul. I don't know if I've seen this one. New Usala. Aneta Nul Asala. For the Knights. Jerome Luai, parallel for Panthers. Tommy Turbo, Speed Series for Manly. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. White Young Guns, Jeremiah Nanai for the Cowboys. Alex Twal, parallel for the Tigers. Women's NRL, Yellow Mojo, Keezy Apps for the Dragons. And that's number 34. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Dragons. That's another box done and dusted. Four boxes in total left to go. Romy Teetle, Speed Series for the Knights. Speed Series, Tiana Penatani for the Eels. Warriors Parallel Checklist. Kamora Breeley Natty, Women's NRL for the Titans. Damien Cook, parallel for the Rabbits. Young Guns, Teague Wilton for the Sharks. Master Series for the Blues. Kenny Bromwich, parallel for the Storm. Oh. Corey Thompson, parallel for the Titans. Tyrell Sloan, Speed Series for the Dragons. Cody Nikarima, Mary All-Stars. Mikal Ravalawa, parallel for the Dragons. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. Tegan Berry, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Dally Isaiah Papali'i for the Eels. Jared Riera Hargraves, parallel for the Roosters. Olivia Kernick, women's NRL for the Roosters. Isaiah Papali'i, parallel for the Eels. Jordan Rapiner, NRL All Stars. Speed Series, James Tedesco for the Roosters. James Fisher Harris, parallel for Panthers. Yellow Mojo, number 16, and Georgia Hale for the Titans. Dally Tommy Turbo for Manly. Oliver Gildart, parallel for the Tigers. Serena Toka. Serena Toka for the Eels. I feel like I haven't seen all these names yet. Well, not in the breaks anyway. Obviously, I don't have to read them when we're busting the website. Shanae Siasolka, Speed Series for the Broncos. Bulldogs Parallel Checklist. Black Young Guns, number 46 for the Roosters, Mr. Warren Stoddart. Roosters coming through for Warren. Dragons not doing too bad for him either. Knights, Jacob Saifiti, Ruby Mojo. Number 43. Indigenous All-Stars, Quincy Dodd. Selwyn Cobbo, Indigenous All-Stars. Dale Finucane, parallel for the Sharks. Greg Marsu, Speed Series for the Titans to finish off the box. Box number 9. Adokar, Indigenous All-Stars. Ronaldo Mulatalo, parallel for the Sharks. Cody Ramsey, Speed Series for the Dragons. Jaden Campbell, Speed Series for the Titans. Women's NRL, Bridie Parker for the Roosters. Rabbitohs, Parallel Checklist. Nick Kotrick, Speed Series for the Raiders. Josh Curran, Parallel for the Warriors. Tiana Penatani, Women's NRL Mojo for the Eels. Number 32. Young Guns, Fletcher Baker for the Roosters. Milwaukee Fodawaker, Parallel for Titans. Speed Series, Xavier Coates for the Storm. Patil Yvette Welsh, Maori All-Stars. Josh Kerr, Parallel for the Dragons. Ruben Garrick, Parallel for Manly. Maddie Stubben, Women's NRL for the Eels. Knights Checklist for the Women's NRL. Regan Campbell Gillard, Parallel for the Eels. Shannon Mato, Maori All-Stars. Alex Johnston, Speed Series for the Rabbitohs. Valami Kikau, Parallel for Panthers. Payne Huss, Dally M for the Broncos. White League Sensations. Number 42 for the Broncos, Ali Brigginshaw. Amber Hall, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Dane Laurie, Parallel for the Tigers. Murray Talagi, Speed Series for the Cowboys. Braden Trindle, Indigenous All-Stars. Josh Jackson, Parallel for the Bulldogs. Ruby Mojo. Mr. Jeff Warnes for the Broncos. 46 out of 46. Thomas Flegler. Second last packet for the box. Blues Master Series. And Justin Olam parallel for the Storm. And last but not least, for box number 9, Dally M, James Fisher-Harris for the Panthers, Kevin Nakoma for the Roosters, Mike Palmer. I'm not sure. Got plenty for your team and plenty to trade today, Jeff. Done well, mate. Box number 10, Isaac Tago, White Young Guns, Panthers. Hey! Number 10, for Kalen Ponga and Jaden Brayley, Knights captains. Number 10, Xavier Coates, parallel for the Storm. Charlie Staines, a Speed Series for Panthers. Chanel Harris Tavita, Mary All-Stars. Ewan Aiken, parallel for the Warriors. Dally M, Isaiah Yeo for the Panthers. Isaac Liu, parallel for Titans. David Clemmer, parallel for the Knights. Jamie Chapman, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Reuben Garrick, Dally M for Manly. Broncos parallel checklist. Pat Burton, Speed Series for the Bulldogs. Philomena Hanisi, Women's NRL for the Eels. Kangaroos Master Series. Reece Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. Tamika Upton, Indigenous All-Stars. Reece Walsh, Speed Series for the Warriors. Jaden Stewart, parallel for the Dragons. Black Young Guns, Tallulah Tille for the Knights, number 61. Stafford Toa, Speed Series for the Tigers. Ruby Mojo, number 39 for the Dragons, Cody Ramsey. Yasmin Meeks, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Sharks. Caitlin Johnston, Indigenous All-Stars. Tommy Turbo, parallel for Manly. Hudson Young, parallel for Raiders. James Fisher-Harris, Maori All-Stars. We got fourth last packet for the case. Speed Series, Daniel Tupou for the Roosters. Keon Kolomatangi, parallel for the Rabbits. Speed Series, Julia Robinson for the Broncos. Ivania Elite, Women's NRL for the Titans. Joey Manu, parallel for the Roosters. And last packet for the case. We do have the priority box left, guys, don't fear. Finishing with a Sapphire Mojo. Number 16 for the Titans. Jeff Warnes hitting again. On fire today, mate. Wasn't this the one we're laughing about you getting Titans? And DK's piped up and said he got a chance at 2 booklets. Yeah, well, Titans haven't let you down, but Broncos has definitely come out for you. Alright, last box for the break. Our priority box. Let's go. Ruby Mojo, straight up. Paul Vaughan for the Bulldogs. Number 35. Alex Johnston, Speed Series for the Rabbitohs. Chanel Harris-Tavita, parallel for the Warriors. Reece Walsh, Speed Series for the Warriors. Oh, what the hell? I think I've just lost the Facebook video. Oh, I don't know. I think it's still live. Yeah, it looks like we're back. Sorry guys, I really don't know what happened. I think this will be the last time for a little while we stream on Facebook. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. Alexander Brimson, parallel for the Titans. We'll probably still run the Razzes and the randomizers and things like that here, but as for the break videos, I think we're going to leave them on YouTube. Matt Burton, Speed Series for the Bulldogs. And that's it, it's all luck, guys. Like, my screen was showing me up everything was unavailable. I hate Facebook. Thank you, DK, for letting us know. I do appreciate it, but unfortunately, Facebook for us is an evil necessity. Ruben Cotter, Indigenous All-Stars. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for Knights. Yeah, my screen for Facebook come up telling me this content is unavailable. Shante Poco, Women's NRL for Knights. Cody Ramsey, parallel for Dragons. Yay, Elite Priority. Number 60 out of 67. Well, only kick out for the Panthers. Number. Broncos, Emily Bass, Yellow Mojo. Number 17. Young Guns, Chris Battalo. Number 8 for the Bulldogs. Look, I think the whole general concept of the platform is awesome. But unfortunately, because it's gotten so big, they can't maintain it. So they've set up all the automated processes. And unfortunately, AI just isn't as good as what it needs to be for that sort of thing. Jaden Campbell, Speed Series for the Titans. Speed Series, Master Series for the Blues. Women's NRL, Georgia Hale for the Titans. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Kevin Proctor. Kevin Proctor, Mary All-Stars. Julia Robinson, a Speed Series for the Broncos. Luke Brooks, parallel for the Tigers. Dally M, number 54 out of 67 for the Storm. Justin Olam. That'll make JK happy, not coming away empty-handed. And he's still rolling. Big Tino, White League Sensations, number 46. Mr. Jeff Bonds, on a roll, on fire. Started rolling, now he's just completely only on fire. Can't stop him. Women's NRL, Keys Yaps for the Dragons. Mr. Adokar, parallel for the Bulldogs. Women's NRL Broncos Checklist. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for the Storm. Charlie Staines, Speed Series for Panthers. William Kennedy, parallel for Sharks. Latrell Mitchell, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Oh, here we go. This will make him happy. 10 out of 10. Emerald Mojo. Kenny Bromwich for the Storm. Don't worry. I'm looking at it, and Broncos and Titans are just as big as each other. It's insane. And they're bigger than all the rest. I could probably put a few of the teams together to make the same size. 2 more packets left for the priority. Jess definitely had the luck in this one. As he said, he was due for a win. Jazz DeVega, Mary All-Stars. Lucky last packet. Finishing with a parallel, Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Alright, all we have left now to finish the break off is to randomise the Master Series cards. They are, oh, I found a parallel. Manly Checklist. Not that. Alright. So let's flick over. What was that? Hang on. No worries. See you then again, Jeff. Alright. Everyone is in there, ready to go. Thank you for everyone joining me this morning. I do enjoy doing the breaks a lot more when everyone's in there watching and chatting away. Keeps me entertained. Alright, last but not least, here we go. Ray Steptoe with the Bulldogs, taking home the Fitler cards for today. Alright, I'll get these photos done and they will be posted up in the group. Other than that, break 75 and 76 are now live on the website. Both 16 spot, pick your team, 22 elite case and priority box. So get amongst it, guys. If 174 Titan spot isn't sold out by tonight, we'll look at listing the RAS for that spot. Otherwise, keep an eye out in the group, guys, and we'll see you.